Hello, welcome to Spark and Chaos, a journey of thought by Kyle and Leah. Kyle Phillips here, voice of Denki Kaminari in My Hero Academia. With me as always is...
Leah Clark, voice of Himiko Toga.
All right, so
the
this
villain.
is the villain. Yes, hero or student. I don't know if he's technically a hero.
Well, you're in the hero group, right?
Hero program. Hero hopeful.
Okay.
Straight up villain, right?
Straight up
Toga's
villain.
like straight up villain.
Like straight up Yakuza,
Yakuza.
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 You know.
So yeah, we had this idea to start this podcast. We're fans and know people who are fans of podcasts that like kind of go over the stuff that they're in. And me and Leah have been in a lot of stuff. Directed a lot of stuff, written a lot of stuff. But of course, kind of one of the bigger things we've been in is My Hero Academia. So we thought it'd be fun to kind of go back and start at the beginning. Because embarrassingly, neither of us have seen the show that we're in.
Not all the way through, though. Anyway. But it's kind of cool because when we do record, we get our perspective. So it's like, you always know what's up with the heroes.
Yes.
I always know what's up with the villains, but I don't know what everyone else is doing around me. You know what I mean?
That's true. Like, I'll hear about, like, this big thing that's happening, and I'm like, that's cool. Like, all I know is that we're in the dorm hanging out.
So it's kind of like a backstage spying situation. So now I get to see what y'all have been up to.
Yeah, I like it. And so yeah, we're just gonna go back and kind of watch it, and with the perspective of, you know, fans like watching it, like just hey, we haven't seen it front to back, let's go. But then also we can kind of give some behind the scenes stuff, some fun facts, and just kind of give our opinions on things. So.
Yeah.
Without further ado, let's talk the app. So
let's dive in.
Spark and Chaos! A journey of thought with Kyle and Leah.
it kicks off with, we learn about the world of My Hero.
Yes.
You know, there 80% of people have quirks, and we determined, if you watch the Patreon watch through, about maybe 60 to 80 years before the show was the first quirk user.
And it was a baby.
It was a baby. Just all of a sudden was glowing.
Just was glowing. And how sad would that be?
Yeah, that would be, well, I think the guy in the episode had the appropriate reaction. He just screamed.
Yeah.
I think if my baby was just glowing, I'd be
Just
like, what the
glowing.
hell
You'd
is
have
this?
it's like, I had a
A
glow worm.
glowing baby. That comes from your side of the family. But so 20% have no quirks now.
And
80%
that is
too.
Yeah.
Um,
And our little green guy, he's part of the 20%.
our little green guy. Oh, Deku.
Yeah, he's green.
Izuku. Yeah, our little green guy. I forgot. Yeah,
Green-haired guy.
His primary color is green.
Yeah,
like your
see?
Capricorn
Like
sweater.
my little Capricorn sweater. Look at this. Got this from a convention.
Yeah, a convention.
Yes.
And then, they kind of go through, and we learn that Izuku is a note-taking hero nerd. He wants to be a hero, and he takes a lot of notes.
He dreams of becoming All Might-ish. You know what I mean?
He wants to be the next All Might.
Yeah, he does.
Sadly, though, he can't because he doesn't have a quirk. Or that's the big question of episode 1 is, can you become a hero
if you don't have a quirk?
if you don't have a quirk? And that was how the episode ended, not to jump ahead, but he was about to, or no, he asked the question.
Mm-hmm.
He asked the question to All Might, can you become a hero without a quirk? And then the episode ends, so hopefully we'll see if
figure it
that
out.
gets answered in episode 2.
And I just gotta say, like, I was a little surprised to see how, I guess, whiny Izuku actually is, because I always see him from my character's perspective, which is like, oh, hey, Izuku, you're the best, and he's always got his, like, hero gear on, and he's doing good, and he's fighting for people, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get why people like him so much, but, like, watching this episode, I'm like, wait, this dude's kind of a wiener. Like, why is this the object of so many fans' desire? Why are y'all dressing up as him? I mean, I'm sure it gets better as we go along, but I mean, he's either whimpering, he's screaming, he's crying, he's shaking. Like, these are not desirable traits.
No.
So, anyway, that was fun for me to see.
No, it's fun that you mentioned that. So, have you ever heard of a game called Sea of Thieves?
No.
It's a pirate game, and so you go around and you like can fight skeletons and dig up treasure and stuff.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And in my community, shout out to Neko. She kind of came up with some names for some of the items that you get in the game. And so like you fight these electric enemies, and those are Denkies. Oh, a Denki! Everyone, we got to kill the Denki. Or there's an exploding chest. Oh no, that's the Bakugo, right?
Really?
So they come up with all these names. Well, so there's a chest that has a face on it, and every 2 minutes or something, it starts crying a lot, and if it's on your ship, it can flood your ship. And that's the Deku chest.
Oh, because he cries so much.
Yeah, so I guess, so we saw him a little, I think justifiably, he seems to have had a lot of trauma and stuff, but
yeah,
I think that is indicative of maybe I don't think we've seen the end of whiny Deku, is what I'm going to get for that.
Little baby wiener.
There's a little baby wiener.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He was a little bit more of a, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. So,
yeah.
We also meet Bakugo, Katsuki Bakugo.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just the worst kind of dude.
Yes. Just rage and anger and, ego and backflips.
Backflips?
Not backflips, I guess they're front flips. He did that thing where he was like lounging.
Oh yeah, and he like whoosh,
and he like
jumps down.
Jumps, and he's like immediately standing on his desk like declaring things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of the things he declares is that Deku should kill himself.
Rude.
And
I don't know how they got away with that.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah. How did we not write around it? I'm interested to know.
This was what? So this was 8 years ago, right?
Was it 8 years ago?
7 or 8 years ago. So maybe this is a time when we were maybe not so conscious of that kind of stuff. I'd be interested to see like how the manga kind of did that part or the translation was, because I wonder, you see that a lot. Like there was another show that I directed that Leah was in called Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh, precious.
And I remember the writer, Jamie Markey, would talk about like she would not just what's the word I'm looking for?
What?
Look at the translation.
Oh, right, yeah.
Reference the translation. She would also reference the manga because the manga is a separate translator. Mm-hmm. So she kind of do both. I wonder if the writer, I assume Jeremy Kratz wrote this first episode. I wonder if that's what he did, and I'd be interested to know like how the manga handled it, how the translation handled it, and then
how it came together.
Yeah.
Well, fun fact: did you know that the original intent of My Hero Academia was supposed to be a lot darker, and then they switched it up?
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why, but I do know that was the original goal. It was going to be a darker story. So the suicide thing, I don't know. Maybe it turned like. Could you imagine? Like, I feel like it could easily be one of those shows that turns into like a horror show, like if you wanted it to.
Man, you bring that up, and evidence to that is: have you ever seen the concept art for Denki?
No. Is it dark?
It's dark. He looks like, here, we'll put it up right here for the final thing, right there. He looks like a scary, like, I thought, like, there was this is fast forwarding a little bit, there was a Denki traitor theory at one point. I won't get into it too much. But part of the evidence for that was it seemed like maybe the author wanted Denki to be a villain. Because, like, he,
really?
like he has this stance and, like, his hair is straight up and he's got this, like, evil grin.
Oh.
Like, the concept art for Denki is dark. And so I didn't know that was the attempt, but that totally makes sense.
Yeah, I wonder what all of them were. I mean, there's like that dark Deku and everything.
Dark Deku. Oh, Vigilante Deku?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's later. There's no spoilers.
I mean, I don't know anything about it in the show. I've just seen like pictures of it and like cosplayers at cons, and they're like, "Oh, I am Dark Deku." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I didn't know that was like an actual thing. I thought they were just spinning.
That might be
you know
something
what I mean?
different. Dark Deku and Vigilante Deku. I'm not sure.
Because you know how there's like people like when they cosplay, they can either they gender bend it or they'll do like mashups or something. So I just thought it was like, oh, this is what it would be like if he was a villain. I didn't know it was like real, but if it is real, then that's
Gotcha.
interesting to me.
I want to point out real quick. I think it's interesting. So the doctor determines that young Izuku won't get a quirk because of his pinky toe. And I think that's pretty interesting because I feel like it's a little more rare to have something so concrete like that. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like, it'd be like, I can't even think of an example, but it'd be more vague of like, you might get a quirk. Like I'm very, it's almost refreshing that they're like, he's not going to get a quirk
like
because
he's born.
of this. His toe is weird.
Right.
Or is not weird.
Is not weird.
So he doesn't get a quirk.
Yeah, so you know right away. There's no question. Just like your baby's born, you're just like, oh,
Yeah. Let me feel his toes.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
So I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Just really quick, going back to the darkness thing.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, it was supposed to be that it was a bigger deal for Midoriya's quirklessness to be centered, and he was supposed to be treated way worse than he is.
What? He was already treated horribly.
I know. So, I mean, it could have gotten dark. I think that's probably where the suicide thing came in.
He actually does kill himself in the original.
No, he doesn't. Does he?
No.
Shut up. I'm just saying.
He listens to Bakugo.
He probably gets really tortured and probably gross. I bet it's like one of those dark ones. Because you know how dark anime can get, like when it's dark. Like when it's dark.
So after
bet
My
it's
Hero's
that way.
done, I wonder if they're going to create an alternate My Hero where
Dude,
it's
that would be so
dark version.
interesting.
But here's the question. I wonder if they abandoned that because if it's already super dark, how do you have villains in a super dark world like that? Like, are they even darker?
Yes. They're even darker.
Okay.
And I think it's like the villains are the villains and they're dark, but I think probably what's gross is like you see like everybody bullying Midoriya. I think it's probably, I mean, it just says it's supposed to be worse. So even though these guys are heroes and like the good guys, they're shitty to him, to Deku until.
Like the students?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so they probably like seriously torture him. That's what it says. He probably
I'd
wanted
be down
it to
to
be
voice
like,
that. I want to
right?
voice torturous Denki. Midoriya, you're a douchebag.
Oh no.
But so what I find is interesting is these days, I don't know if they even did this during season 1, but later they started doing popularity polls with the characters. And Bakugo always was the top one, always the most popular. So it's interesting watching this. He's awful. He's an awful character.
So what's like, why is he popular?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people? Like, why? Why do you like that?
Yeah. He's still
popular.
He's still popular. I mean, he's got and I know he has like some redemption arcs, moments, stuff like that, but it better happen fast or I'm like, that's the type of character that for me, where it's like, I'm out. So.
Yeah, same. It's like, come on.
I assume he has some redemption or has some, like, it's obvious that he's putting on some kind of front or something like that. And then the redemption is waiting.
Yeah.
But if he's just awful and
for no reason,
literally bullying
just because he
him,
hates nerds, that's rude.
Yeah.
But I want to see something like, I'll feel like I like him or I'll understand him better if somehow he's got like a crap home life or somebody hung him by his toenails when he was little or something.
By his normal toe.
And then cut off the toe at the top. And that's why he only has one knuckle, because it was actually cut off because they were torturing him. And his quirk is just that he's mean because he's angry, and that's it. I don't know.
Sorry, side note. If your pinky toe is indicative of if you get a quirk, what if your pinky toe gets cut off?
Oh, shoot.
Do you all of a sudden not have a quirk?
I don't know.
Like, what if that's a secret weakness? Every quirk user's weakness is their pinky toe.
It has to be.
So if they stub their toe, like, are they like a week for a day?
That would be cool. They probably don't have that in here. Do they have that in here?
What?
I don't know, that whole dynamic.
I don't
that would
think
be
so.
really cool.
That would be really interesting. Like, that's how they beat All for One. They just stomp on his pinky toe and he's like, no!
I know. He's like, ah!
That would be amazing. Okay. Here, wait. Let's get back to the thing. Okay.
All right. So then All Might showing up for the first time.
Yes. You gotta, he's the Superman.
Yeah, so he shows up. He looks like, I don't know, he belongs in a cereal box or a comic book, and he's I don't know, it's pretty iconic. It's like superhero on superhero steroids.
Yeah. Did you audition for My Hero?
I sure did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So when you're looking at auditions, I guess specifically for anime, you kind of like, oh, that's this character, like Ida. It was like, that's Tatum.
Right, because it's got glasses.
Not that someone should be shoehorned into it, but like it's like, okay, that's right in their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So All Might, it was like, oh, that's Abbott. Like,
yeah.
100%, we were just like, oh, okay. Like, just describing the voice.
Right.
Like, I know for a fact that Sabat can do this. And you kind of need someone of that, like, caliber to be the Superman of the show. Mm-hmm. So, not... I don't want to discredit Sabat or his talent, but, like, when he got that role, we were like, yeah.
Like, duh, obviously.
Fun fact, so I auditioned for Denki, Bakugo, Aoyama, and Shigaraki.
Ooh, nice.
I want to be a villain so bad.
And why wouldn't you? It's so fun. It's the best.
I never get to be a villain. Cliff has cast me as 2 villains.
You've been a villain. You were a villain in Tiramisu.
Yeah, but he's a silly boy.
I know, but he's fun.
My favorite role, by the way, whenever someone asks what's your favorite role you've ever done, Isuzu Ichinose in Space Battleship Tiramisu. Go watch it.
Written by yours truly.
And you're in it too, right?
Yeah, I am. Kind of.
You're a robot? You're a robot
It's
girl? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I'm
not one of the fun characters.
Oh, you're not?
I'm not as funny as everyone else.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm like one of the, like, I'm a girl. Those.
Yeah, that role's great. But yeah, no, but like a real mean villain. I was a villain in Reincarnated as a Slime. And Dr. Stone, spoiler alert for Dr. Stone, he's a villain and then he becomes not a villain. So I kind of got the best of both worlds there. But so when I auditioned for Shigaraki, I was like, come on, like I want to be a villain so bad. But then when I heard Eric, I was like, okay.
Oh my gosh, his Shig is epic.
It's pretty
and
epic.
Creepy.
Pretty epic.
It haunts me.
Aoyama, always a lot of fun. Joel sounds great though. I was actually originally cast as Bakugo.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
What? How?
So
you were Bakugo.
So what happened was, we did 3 episodes where I was Bakugo, and then basically to do that voice, like I was like, hey, I can't do this. And so then Colleen was like, well, here, you can be this Denki guy. Because he hadn't been in the show yet. So they kind of, as I was doing episode 3, she was like, okay, well, why don't you do this Denki guy? And I was like, all right, cool.
So are you in episodes 1? Well, obviously not.
No,
We just watched
no,
episode 1. That was Cliff.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So here's my Bakugo voice. Deku, you idiot. Get down, nerd.
That is so not true.
That's not true at all.
Oh my gosh. Kyle is the worst, by the way. I don't even know if y'all know this, but Kyle will just straight up, for no reason, just prank you. Unprovoked, out of nowhere.
Can I tell my favorite prank I did on you?
Which one?
So, I was directing Leah on Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
This is the worst.
And so, I don't know why I do this, but I just did it.
I don't either.
So there's a character in that named Toru, that was Sarah Wiedenheft, and then she's a maid, but she also turns into a dragon.
She's a dragon that turns into a maid.
She's a dragon that turns into a maid, but she's mostly a maid. And then the first time we really see her as a dragon, Leah was hearing it. She was like, oh, that sounds great. Like, is that Sarah? And I was like, no, actually. So she's not a dragon that often. So I thought it'd be fun to get Sarah's twin sister, who's not really an actor, but she can do like kind of a spin on the voice. And I just did this whole thing and convinced Leah that Sarah Wiedenheft's twin sister was the dragon. So then cut 2 months later,
a year later.
A year later?
Yeah.
Leah and Sarah are on a panel together, a Dragon Maid panel, and Leah's like, oh, and that's so fun that Kyle got your twin to be the dragon. And Sarah goes, I don't have a twin.
I was like, yes, you do. Your twin. That does a... No.
So then I think I was directing, and then oh, Leah's calling me, hello, and I can hear the crowd noise, and Leah's like, Kyle, Sarah doesn't have a twin. I was like, what? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't.
I kept it up for a year. It was great.
It was ridiculous. I seriously believed it. I was so impressed. I was like, wow, your sister did really well.
She did so good.
And it made sense because Toru's, like, the dragon doesn't have flaps. So, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That would be something doable.
I learned how to fool people from Reservoir Dogs.
Okay.
You've heard the saying, the devil's in the details?
Yes.
So when you tell a story and you're trying to fake someone out, you can't just be like, yeah, that's Sarah's twin sister's that voice. You'd be like, nah, come on.
Yeah.
But I set it up. I laid all these little details because you're like, oh, he's painting a full picture. Yes, I will believe him.
See, and I know this trick and I do it myself. However, I don't know. You just weave it on in. Like, you just come from left field. Like, I'll go in with the intent to do a prank, and you're just like, you could be like IHOP for all we know. And you're like, oh, hey, you just ordered the one that has a secret, hot pepper in it.
Yeah.
So you can play pepper roulette.
Yeah.
So you bite into the pancakes, and, like, one of them has, like, a hot sauce in it or something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what you do. And that's why it's rude. It's just like out of nowhere.
It's to the point where, so I can fool a lot of people. I cannot fool Colleen Klinkenbeard, the director of My Hero. Yeah,
really?
I'll start
to
tell her.
She's so gullible. Like, she'd be the
gosh.
one that you'd be able to,
Ask her. Next time you see her, be like, do you trust Kyle? And she'll go, no. Like, if I start to tell her anything, even the most lukewarm, she'll be like, I don't believe you. Like, by default. And I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't, because that's not true. But I'll even tell her something totally true, and she won't believe me. So it's kind of the boy who cries wolf.
It is the boy that cries wolf.
Colleen.
You need a wolf call or something.
I do.
And that's just your thing.
Like, after I say something, after a while, I'll just, like, blow the wolf whistle. And
like,
and you're like, damn it, Kyle. Wolf.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
back to My Hero.
Back to My Heroes.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
So we talked. So we see
got
All Might.
All Might.
We got All Might.
He's here.
So let's do our first segment. We're gonna do our best All Might. I am here.
I am here. Okay.
And you guys tell us who you think did it best. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. Let me channel my inner Chris Sabat.
Sabat.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get my Cybertruck. Okay. All right.
Cybertruck.
I am here.
That was good.
Thank you.
You even had the pose happening.
Yeah.
All right. God. Now I feel like a wiener. All right. Okay. Here we go. I'm a man. I am here.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thanks.
That's good.
Thank you.
Obviously, I did it better, but
well, listen, you have the testosterone. I just have some sick range. Like, what's more impressive?
That's true. You do have more range than me by far.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, so back to the episode. So All Might shows up.
Yep.
He's chasing the sludge monster while Deku's sad.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he's always sad.
And Deku ends up in a random tunnel.
Is it a random tunnel?
The sludge monster pops up.
And he grabs him.
He doesn't just grab him. Now, okay.
Oh, and then he's like fighting him off, and he's like,
and he's like inside of him.
Yes.
So.
Wait, Deku's inside of him.
No, the sludge monster is going in him.
Because you see his little eyeballs, and he's like wrapped around.
But he's like, oh, and he's like, I'm gonna get in your body.
Yeah, and he's like, ew.
So
yeah,
I have a question. I don't even know if I should ask this, but to you guys, knowing just anime fans in general, I'm just gonna say shame on you if there's a certain type of art out there that exists with this sludge monster.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say.
Gross.
That's
Well,
all I'm
now,
gonna say.
even if there wasn't, now there is because you brought it up. And they're going to bring it to your table, and you're going to have to look at it.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, right.
That'd be fine. But yeah, so sludge monsters all over Deku. All Might shows up and saves the day. And we both enjoyed the fact that All Might's very first attack in the show is...
Texas Smash.
Represent.
Holler.
Texas.
Texas Smash. And it's the biggest state.
That's
So it's
right.
the biggest smash.
Yeah.
Which means the littlest smash is Delaware Smash.
No, it would be DC Smash.
DC's Flick.
DC Flick.
Yes. Or would it
DC
be
Poke.
DC Poke.
DC Poke. That's my porn star name.
DC Poke.
DC Poke.
I like it.
Okay. Oh, so quick. Hang on. This is just apropos of nothing. But you guys might have to answer this for me. So at one point, so his name's Deku, and fast forward a little bit. I believe that's his
Nickname.
Was it his nickname or is it his hero name? It's
Deku is his nickname. No, it's a name that they made fun of him.
But Bakugo calls him Defenseless Izuku.
Which is Deku.
Deku is short for Defenseless Izuku?
Yes. And it's traced back through childhood. I know that because I was looking up the fun facts. Yeah, fun facts. So Deku.
So wait, when people call him Deku, so does he just like own the name later? He's like, I'm Deku, and he just okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I wonder.
That may have been like a thing that I don't know if they called it out, but yeah.
I wonder if in the dark version, people are like, Deku, you're great, like Deku. And he's like, yeah, I'm Deku, I'm gonna own it. I wonder if in the dark version he's like, please stop calling me Deku, and like,
yeah, and they're like, what's your name? What's your name? It's Izuku. What's your name?
It's Deku.
Yeah, and then they like send him off, and
I like it.
I really want to see Dark.
I know.
Hero.
I want to see Dark My Hero as well. I think that'd be great. So a couple things that All Might does that I want to talk about for a second is, so first of all, Texas Smash, destined to be dubbed in Texas.
Yeah, look at that.
All Might also says justicing.
I like that.
That's pretty cool. And the way he operates, the animation, his voice, like, I wonder if either Sabat pulled inspiration. I'll have to ask him if he pulled inspiration from this, if Colleen did, or if the creator did. I'm a huge fan of the Tick. Do you know the Tick?
I know of the Tick.
I love the Tick.
Yeah, he's
and
like the Tick.
I get a lot of Tick vibes from All Might.
Totally. 1,000%.
I'm going to look into that, but I wonder if there's some inspiration there.
I bet there is. Because isn't it all inspired by different heroes and stuff?
I don't know.
Like comic book heroes.
Like before we even recorded episode 1, my assumption was that Superman was, or Captain America was
Captain America for sure.
Was the big inspiration for All Might, but he's
he might,
goofier than I thought.
Yeah.
He's pretty goofy, like in a fun way. Like doesn't take away from his heroism at all.
Yeah, but only when he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, we get Texas Smash, justicing, and I'm sure that there's some inspiration from the Tick in there. Okay, so do we want to do our next segment?
Sure.
First of all, thank you guys. So many of you asked tons of questions, lots of good ones. We picked 5, which is like 5. Where's mine? Some of them, I think we're gonna do all of them at some point, but a lot of them, it was like, ooh, this would be great for season 2 when that kind of happens, or this would be great in season 5. So a lot of them we've like backlogged.
Put them in a little bank.
Put them in a little question bank.
Yep.
So just because yours doesn't get asked here doesn't mean it's never going to. Okay, so some of these are weird because it's about Denki and Toga, and neither of them
We haven't showed up yet.
are in the show yet.
Yeah,
except for the opening credits. Actually, Toga's not even.
I'm
in the
not.
opening
Yeah,
credits.
no.
Denki is. Oh, by the way, hang on. Opening credits. It's interesting that in the opening credits, like some of the characters are paired together. Denki and Tokoyami are paired together in the opening credits.
Which one's Tokoyami?
He, Jesse James Greeley, has the
the bird face.
I don't think. Oh my gosh, I just answered my own question. I was about to say they're never paired up, but later, Tokoyami is the one who teaches Denki how to play guitar. Never mind. I'm not going to bring that up anymore. All right. So anyway, so obviously these are about our characters, but we're going to answer them. So this is from mangled_and_tangled.
Mangled and tangled.
Mangled and tangled, which might be a Five Nights at Freddy's reference.
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe. What is something you wish was explored a bit more with your character, whether it was their backstory, their relationship with another character, etc.?
I wish my backstory was explored a little more, and relationships with other characters.
Do we not get a lot of origin story stuff with Toga?
Not really. I mean, she gets her origin story, but I mean, she gets one episode of it, so they kind of like squeeze as much as they possibly could into it. I feel like it could have gone further, but I think more than that, yeah, maybe the relationships with other characters, because we kind of really don't see the development of her obsessions. It's just kind of like, boom, here you are, and you're obsessed. You know what I mean? But it would be kind of cool to see, like, how long she'd been stalking this guy, or, you know, what made her decide on this one versus this one. Because God knows, Deku ain't.
He ain't it.
He ain't
right
all
now.
that right now. Yeah. So it's like, compared to all of these dudes, why did she zero in on the green-haired guy?
Do we know when or how she joined the League of Villains?
Yes.
Okay.
And that comes up in season 3, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. My answer to this question is, in one of the movies, I believe it's Heroes Rising, you see a woman and she uses electricity. She has the lightning bolt in her hair. Who is that woman? And she's obviously related to Denki. We've never seen Denki's parents, as far as I know. I don't know. I'd just like to know more about Denki's family. Is that an aunt, an older sister, his mom, completely unrelated? Who knows?
Yeah. Also, do any of them also like show their parents?
We see Jiro's mom, at least. We see Bakugo's mom. We see Todoroki's.
Sitch.
But
we never see yours.
Never see. There a lot of them, I guess we don't see. But yeah, definitely don't see Denki's. So I'd like to know more about his family.
Yeah.
Maybe he's an orphan. Okay, you asked number 2.
Okay. Numeral 2. What do you think is Denki's inspiration to becoming a hero? And this is from All Things Aizawa.
A Dadzawa fan.
Yeah.
Inspiration for becoming a hero. Honestly, I'm guessing in this world, heroes get the chicks.
Oh, snap.
I think that's probably a big inspiration, is just to get chicks. Because, you know, we hear in the episode, Bakugo, you know, he's like, oh, I'm going to be, it's like Deku's like, I want to be the world's #1 hero. Well, Bakugo, he says something like, I'm going to get a bunch of money. Like, he mentions a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, interesting in the world. Like, that's something that they don't really talk about in, like, comics and stuff. Like Superman. I talk about Superman a lot. He's my favorite hero. He works, Clark Kent works at the Daily Bugle, just as a reporter, which probably doesn't pay that well. But then he's, like, doing all this save the world stuff.
He must be so tired.
But I assume he doesn't get like a pension from the city for being Superman. So it's interesting the idea of like in this, it's like, oh, I'm a licensed hero. I'm on the payroll of the city. But money would definitely be something that would inspire Deku to become a hero. Chicks, money. But that's another reason why I would want to know more about his backstory. Like, I wonder if that woman is like his mom, like maybe electricity quirk runs in the family, and so he's just like, well, my mom was, so I will. I
might as well do it. Yeah,
we don't know.
And see, I didn't know. I guess we'll figure this out as we go along. But I always thought that like the good guys like were automatically heroes, but you're not. You're just learning how to use your quirks. Okay, and so some of them. So then, how come? Never mind. This is. You know, future thing. Thinking of the future. Anyway, go on. Next question.
All right, from Panda Monium 135. What was your perception of the character you played before you got cast, and how has that changed today?
Before we got cast.
Yeah.
Well, man, I mean, Toga wasn't on the audition sides, which is basically, those were the only characters that I saw before I got cast were the heroes, because that's who we auditioned for. But I saw a picture of Toga before I started recording, and that's about it, because I happened to look it up. But I don't know. I thought she was going to be a one-off. Like, you know what I mean? She kind of looked that way to me. She was like in a schoolgirl outfit. The art that I saw wasn't as awesome as the rest of it. So for me, you know what I mean? Like the way it was drawn, it was like, oh, they kind of like, you know, side, you know,
like just for the season or something.
Yeah, afterthought sort of drawing that I saw. And it could have been like some art that has nothing to do with anything. But in my opinion, like when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I've got like a one-off episode or something. Like I'm evil and then somebody kills me and, you know, that's it. So I had no idea. That was my impression. I was, you know.
And now, so what do you think of her now?
Oh, I love her. I think she's insane and fun. And, yeah, she's joke's on you guys. Stuck around.
For me, you know, I was kind of on the ground floor, you know, with, I remember when we auditioned, and then we had a director meeting about something unrelated, but Colleen was in the meeting, and she was like, oh, by the way, you're Denki. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet, thank you.
Oh, nice.
But, you know, like any show that you audition for, they're like, you know, whether it's you know, they grade the titles, so there's like AAA titles, which is like gets all the marketing budget, and the C titles, which gets no marketing at all. But for us, we don't know that really. Like sometimes you'll know ahead of time, like, oh, this show's got some hype, but you don't really know, like, it's gonna be super big. Yeah. So with My Hero, it's like there's rumblings of there being some hype, but like, you know, a show's a show. You audition for something, and then you're like, that was fun. All right, moving on. So yeah, I had no idea. But then when I got Denki and like when I was first recording him, you know, I loved that he was just kind of the lovable goof. And I kind of thought that was just going to be his thing. He's going to kind of pop in every once in a while, go, whoa, and then that's it. But he actually had some good growth. Like he saves, spoiler alert. So in a later season, he bails out two other characters that normally wouldn't need bailing out for one of them, and the other would hate to be bailed out.
Oh, wow.
But that was like kind of a big turning point for Denki, and so it's like, oh, cool. And it was cool, like, it's been cool watching him grow, you know?
Yeah.
And so now it's like he's the kind of guy that everyone can get along with, and also he's way more competent than he was, so he's had a good journey.
Yeah, he seems to have shown up more from, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just what I've seen.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to ask this next one because it's about Toga.
Oh, fierce.
This is from Truthseeker988. Why is she so stabby?
Well, I think she wants that blood, yo. She don't know how else to get it.
She wants that blood.
She wants to get all up in them guts, literally. And that's how she does it best. That's my Moira. I don't know.
No, I like it. That was good.
Thanks. Yeah, that's why she's so stabby.
You asked number 5.
Numeral 5. If Toga and Kaminari met face to face, how would he feel about her confessing her love to him? That is from Ender's Game 3002.
Very hypothetical.
Very, very hypothetical.
Well, I guess the first question would be, is Denki Toga's type?
I mean...
He doesn't cry.
He doesn't cry. You know, I don't think Toga has a type, because obviously she goes from, like, Ochako, who's kind of, you know, she's cool. She's a baddie. And Denku. Deku, who is
defenseless Izuku.
defenseless, so defenseless,
Yeah.
so sad, so cry. I mean, I don't know. I don't think she has a type, as long as something about them inspires her to be different. I think that's her thing.
I think Denki would be initially very excited that a girl is talking to him and like all about him, but then the second her craziness kind of showed up, I think he's kind of a scaredy cat, so I think he would run.
Yeah, like the second she's like, "I love you," and then like
Yeah.
stab. Like,
Yeah.
here's that. Let me suck your blood. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, anyone would be out.
Well, I don't know. I bet there's some people out there who'd be like, yeah, I'm into this. All right, back to the show. So
Back to the show. Where were we?
Oh yeah. So All Might
All Might comes
saves
and he
him in the
saves
tunnel.
him. Yeah. And
blasts off.
right, and then Midoriya, is that where Midoriya starts crying and he's like, me,
He kind of cries the whole episode. Oh,
yeah. Oh, and he holds his leg and he's like,
holds
don't
his
leave
leg.
me.
So two things that happened in this moment that made me think of stuff. So first of all, another maybe inspiration, kind of a deep dive. Do you ever watch Ren and Stimpy?
Oh gosh, yes.
Do you remember Powdered Toast Man?
No.
Cling tenaciously to my buttocks.
Oh my gosh.
And he flies off. I immediately thought of that when he picks up. But also, All Might says shit,
He does.
He says the word
he
shit.
drops the S bomb.
which immediately takes the show from a PG to a PG-13. So before I even watched a single episode of the show, years ago, my understanding, because so many young kids are into My Hero.
Yeah.
So I assumed it was a pretty tame show, because what Leah was talking about earlier, it's like we kind of only have our perspectives, really.
Mm-hmm.
So Denki's perspective is like, we hang out in the dorm, and then every once in a while, there's some trouble. But like, that's it for me.
Yeah.
There's a game called My Hero One's Justice 2, and I was streaming the game on Twitch, and there's a clip of it out there of me. I was playing against someone, and they were using All Might, and in the game, All Might says.
No way.
And at first I was like, wait, what?
Whoa.
I was like, did he just say shit? And they're like, yeah, the person I was fighting against, they're like, yeah. And I was like, wait, what? And so we were playing a little more and he said it again. I was like, no way! Like, it just blew my mind.
So it's in the game too.
It's in the game.
Wow.
I had no idea. Like, it's not a big deal. I just said it like 17,000 times. But I don't know. Like, for my understanding was that this is like kind of a PG superhero show.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
So I don't know. Well, indifferent as to whether that's good or bad. I don't think it matters, but just interesting.
It was a surprise. Like, I would have thought they'd want to, I don't know, just from like a marketing standpoint, they'd want to keep it as GPG as possible.
Yeah.
But hey, Japan, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? They can do what they want.
All right,
just
so
flow with it.
real quick, I did write down some. I meant to do this as we went along, but I wanted to shout out some people who are, maybe you didn't know that they were voices in it.
Oh yeah.
So real quick, so young Izuku is
Laura Woodhull.
We think is Laura Woodhull. This is just
That's my guess.
That's our guess. You guys can tell us if we're wrong or right. I think this would be cute if true. I don't know if it is, but I think young Bakugo is Kristen McGuire.
That's what I was thinking too. That would be super cute if it was true.
I'm not sure. She has a great boy voice, so
She
her
does.
and Laura, great choices if that is true. Chris George is all over this episode.
Who is he? Is he the sludge monster?
He's one of the directors up at Crunchyroll.
Shut up. I mean, in the show.
No. So he's not the sludge monster.
Okay, that's Jeremy Inman, right?
That's Inman. Yes.
Okay. That's so funny.
That's Inman. Inman's also all over the episode, but Chris George is Death Arms, a character
Okay.
he's come back multiple times for. He's also, of course, the voice of Sugar Rush.
Sugar Rush.
He's one of the students.
Oh.
But the big monster at the beginning, who fights Mount Lady in Kamui Woods, he's that voice.
He's like the punching one. They're like, your quirk is that you punch.
Yeah. That you punch.
What they all punch and they kick because
Yeah.
they're heroes and they're fighting.
And then I forgot to write it down, but he's one of the random people who are like, oh, watch out, or he says something in the audience. Inman is a sludge monster, but he's also the teacher.
Which teacher? Oh, he's
at
the
the
one.
high school.
Oh, that's funny.
He's like, I know you all want to go to UA High, and he throws
He's
up
like,
his
yeah.
Big shout out to, I'm pretty sure this is Chris Bryan is Backdraft. You remember Chris Bryan?
No, I know that name. I don't know.
He'd been working at Funimation for a long time. He was like in the video department.
Oh, dang.
He would come over. He's got like kind of a cool, like kind of surfer voice.
Oh, nice.
And I'm pretty sure he's Backdraft. Of course, we know him. We love him. Aaron Roberts is Kamui Woods.
Hey, Rob.
Aaron Roberts is awesome. By the way, if you ever see that Aaron Roberts is going to be at a convention near you, go see him, because if you love My Hero, obviously there's lots of parallels with other like superhero stuff. He's got this awesome, huge, like I think it's 11 by 17 poster that's Kamui Woods as Spider-Man.
No way.
It's almost like he had an artist do it like the first issue of Spider-Man.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks awesome. Go check it out.
Do it.
But yeah, I think Kamui Woods, and he did that because I think it's pretty obvious that Kamui Woods is very much inspired by Spider-Man.
And Aaron is like really into comics anyway, so that makes sense.
He's also Benny Maru in Fire Force.
Mm.
Speaking of someone we love, Jamie Markey, Mount Lady.
Mount Lady.
So, I talked about like Ida. It's like, oh, that's Data. I'm like, Sabbath's gonna be All Might. Mount Lady.
Jamie, obvi. And then there was that thing that she said about the cake, or like it's a piece of cake, and she has her like cake out. I didn't know if that was like a
fun fact. The term cake, euphemism for someone's butt. Mm-hmm. Jamie started that.
What do you mean Jamie started? She did not. This is one of those things.
She ad-libbed that line. No, she.
This is one of those things that Kyle does. Jamie did not start cake. That's like some rapper thing, and then we all picked up on it.
No, in my
your dreams.
It's my headcanon that Jamie started that.
Jamie started cake.
That. Yeah, she did. But yeah, the crowd loves her butt. Mount Lady.
Loves that Mount Lady.
Loves that Mount Lady.
Is it supposed to sound like that, like Mount the Lady? Or is she supposed to be like Mountain Lady because she's huge?
Well, I think it's Mountain Lady, but I never even thought of Mount the Lady.
Well, that's like, I never knew. I was like, that sounds either foul or funny. I can't tell. Or both, maybe.
I think from season 1, though, from episode 1, the person most likely to have an OnlyFans is Mount Lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, yes.
Or Death Arms. It's just his arms without the things on it.
Yeah. Or maybe even All Might.
No.
No?
No.
You don't think All Might would have an OnlyFans?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Even though he's like, I am here, and he's got ads.
Nah, but see, the kids love him.
Oh yeah, so he couldn't do that.
Couldn't do that.
Yeah, he's gotta be family friendly.
He's gotta be family. Except he says shit.
What if Inko has an OnlyFans, and that's why we don't see her very often?
Speaking of, who voices Inko?
Oh, Inko is my work wife. My ex-work wife would be Jessica Kavanaugh.
We love Jessica. She is also Aquarius in Fairy Tale. Jessica's been around for a long time, and she's incredibly talented and awesome.
As she is. I miss her. She's in Florida now.
Florida.
The
doctor.
Mark Stoddard.
Mark Stoddard. Any kind of big, bushy, mustached character, older gentleman, high probability that it's Mark Stoddard.
Yeah.
He has that perfect, like,
I'm older and
gruff,
smart and
cool voice, yeah.
I know more than you. That's what he sounds like. That's his voice.
Yeah. And then I think that's it for like kind of the maybe fun fact voice people. Always like to give shout outs to the
peeps
who maybe do the lesser known roles, but everyone's gotta have a voice, whether they say one thing or 1,000. So
exactly.
Gotta have roles for them. Okay. So then flies off.
Mm-hmm.
Lands on the roof.
Right.
And Deku asks him the question.
He's like, you think I could be a hero? And he's really sad, and his eyes well up, and he holds the water in his eyes, and you see a little fish swim by.
That's right. That's actually Deku's quirk, is he's
got fish eyes.
He's got fish eyes.
Fish eyes.
Fish eyes.
And we think it means like bugging out eyes, but no. It means that he's got little fish,
aquariums.
Little aquariums in his eyes
little
with fish.
Eye aquariums. Aquariums.
Yeah.
Aquariums.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And
so is
then
that
the episode ends. Yeah, he asks him the
it.
question. Can someone without a quirk be a hero? And then we get the closing credits.
What does he say? Does he say yes?
No, he doesn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. He just asked, do you think I could be a hero? And then Yeah. I don't know why I'm so mad. I think I feel let down.
Why?
Because I feel like I just didn't know he was that big of a wiener. Like, I knew he was a nice guy, and I knew it was like, Justin Briner's always saving somebody, but I didn't realize he was so cryy and whiny and shaky, and like, I feel let down. But maybe as it progresses, he'll become the Deku we all know and love. So, who knows? Hopefully.
Quick fun fact. So Justin Briner can thank me directly for getting this role.
Why?
I'm somewhat serious. So, it's very common for directors to be like, hey, I can't think of someone for this role, or are you working with anyone new?
Mm-hmm.
So Colleen she had done auditions. She was having problems kind of narrowing down who she
Really?
wanted. And I was like, did you audition this new guy? Because Justin Briner, he had a big role in one of Jerry Jewell shows. But he was very new to the scene. And I was like, you need to listen to this guy, because she was wanting someone who sounded very pure but young. And she auditioned Briner, and she gave him the role. So
look at that.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Justin Briner.
Merry
You're welcome,
Christmas.
world.
Exactly. Dang, what a nice favor you did for him. Damn.
He only got the role because of me.
That's it.
No.
She never would have known.
Incredibly talented. Okay, well, that's the episode. We're going to do one last segment.
Is this the quiz?
This is the quiz.
Pop quiz.
All right, so this is about the episode.
Yes.
And ideally, we've written down questions that are easy, medium, hard. So here's my easy one.
Okay.
What percentage of people are born without quirks?
Without quirks, 20%.
She did it.
I did it.
Give it to me.
All right. What is the name of the first villain Deku encounters in episode 1?
That's your easy one?
Yes, it's my easy one. It's
my
super
gosh.
easy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the first villain that Deku encounters. The first villain that he encounters.
Giant guy. I don't know.
No.
What is it?
It's the sludge villain.
That's not his name.
What? Yes, it is. He's the sludge villain.
But the first villain you mean that he engages
Encounters,
with?
yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like he saw.
No, that's C's. Like, encounters. It's like
Well, but what's his name?
sludge villain. I don't know. What's his name? Sludge villain. Slime villain.
Well,
What do you call him?
Well, I think that
Jeremy? What do you call him? I didn't know he had a name.
Jeremy Inman. Okay, the sludge villain. Can you give it to me?
Why would I give it to you?
Well,
You
because
said,
you don't know his name. The question was, what's his name?
what's he called? Well, that's his name.
Sludge villain.
He doesn't have a name. He's sludge villain.
Sludge villain.
But you
Half a point.
Okay, half a point. 0.5 for Kyle.
Okay. Well, this
Okay.
one is also easy. Man, I'm like giving you these
What?
softballs. The doctor that gives the bad news to little baby Deku.
Oh.
What? Does he have a mustache?
Yes, he has a mustache.
Yeah, we already talked about it. Ding, ding, ding.
Yay! Ding 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 ding
I
ding
should've changed that one.
ding. Okay. The medium. Let's see.
Gosh, your easy one. Well, your easy one was just.
Mine was easy. You just
It was
maybe just
miscommunicated.
phrased- Yes, it was a misunderstanding. Okay. What is All Might's signature move that he uses to defeat the sludge villain, aka Jeremy?
Texas Smash!
Woo! All right.
You're not going to get this one.
Okay.
What number is on Defenseless Izuku's notebook?
What number?
Mm-hmm.
There's a number?
Mm-hmm. It says literally NO dot number.
2.
I'll give you one more guess. Really think about it.
Deku.
He's not a very lucky guy.
13.
13!
Ah!
Ding, ding, ding.
Woo!
Half a point.
Okay, so I've got 2.5 and you have 1.5?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see.
I'm scared.
Ooh, that one's pretty good. All right, this one's tough. This is my tough one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what does Bakugo's childhood nickname for Midoriya translate to into English?
Wait.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it Deku?
Yeah, but what does it mean?
Defenseless Izuku?
So close. It means useless.
Oh. Wait, Deku means useless?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Or good for nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's how I know it's
Interesting. Okay. Oh, yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right. Next time we do this, all right, I'm gonna step it up.
Oh shoot! This wasn't stepped up. This was good.
No, that was okay.
They were
all
in
right.
the same.
Okay. I got you.
Okay, so I win.
Sure. Okay, I guess. I'm just gonna have to make harder questions.
It's okay. This is gonna be great. We're gonna be great. I won, so
You won. All right.
we're
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, how do we close this up?
How do we close this out? All right, everyone. That's it. There's episode 1.
There's episode 1. We did it.
We did it.
Should we ask for critiques or nah?
No, okay. I don't know about you. I thrive off of constructive criticism. So this is our first time ever doing anything like this.
Never.
So tell us what you liked.
What you didn't
Tell
like.
us what maybe we'd like to work on. Or maybe you were hoping to see something but didn't.
Yeah.
Or you did see something that you liked.
Be nice though, because.
Be nice. And I think the first thing that people are going to say is guests. Like, we want to bring people on. The plan is to bring on people, but
we got to get this thing going first, you know.
We got plans. Don't worry. We got our brainstorming.
7 seasons to deal with.
8 seasons?
8 question mark?
Maybe. And 4 movies? 4
Oh, wow.
OVAs?
Look at that. We got a lot to do. So there'll be a guest.
Speaking of, so who knows when this is going to air? We haven't talked about timetable yet, but make sure you go watch the dub of the new My Hero movie, You're Next. Are you in that?
No, I guess not. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm definitely in it.
I have sessions lined up, so I don't know what it's for. Maybe it is for the movie. I hope so.
Regardless, always support My Hero. So go check out the movie. I don't know where or how. And where can the good people find you, Leah?
You can find me on the Instagram at Leah Clark VA.
You can find me also on Instagram, Kyle Phillips Fun, basically anywhere. Twitch, Kyle Phillips Fun. Instagram, Kyle Phillips Fun, everywhere. Also, guys, don't forget, we're going to have, I don't know if we have any bloopers. We were so tight with this. Like, are so pro. I don't know if we have any bloopers. But any fun stuff like that, we have a video of us actually watching the episode on Patreon. Link down below. You also find some other fun stuff from some of my other projects on that Patreon. Come support us and have fun. We're also going to have sponsors at some point, I hope.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So go check them out.
Yeah, check out the sponsors.
Yeah, but otherwise, come see us at cons. Come interact with us. Ask us questions. You guys are the best. Spark and Chaos. Out.
Out!
Spark and Chaos! A journey